aka Bullets YouTube channel.
Hurry up, now tell us why you're here.
Phil Pit Stops may retire soon because this is Ricky Carvin, a rookie for this season. Same with Randy Revkins, who are two of the rookies for this season. The other one being Turner, the backup retread racer. Oh, there's a fourth? Oh, this is Rowley Boltstrike, who was the winner of the Piston Cup Juniors last season. Bill Racelot now has this look because Junior Moon is no longer his crew chief. But Sean McMotor had to change his number because Bill Racelot is now the number 94. Kyle Traxon chose to change his number for some reason. And Ron Blaster has this look to commemorate the release of the Sega Saturn. The Blaster Charger Racing looks exactly the same. And sadly, Wood Brothers Racing only has Daryl Dragon because his teammate sadly died last season. The Pit Stops Revolting Crew still looks the same. Shift Right Racing also looks exactly the same as last season. Same with the Anti-Chickix team. The exact same as last season. Alloy Wilson Racing added 2 cars after the retirement of Thomas Tanrev. Chevrolet Motorsports also looks exactly the same. Same with Joe Gears Racing with their 2 cars. Rush Racing still has the same 4 cars. And there's a new team called the Crazy Eights with the 2 number 88 cars of Dale Carrett and Ernie Swervin, who won't be back for a while. Dynaco Motorsports has the King. And even Dale Earnhardt made his own team. Now, onto the race. Dale Carrett will start at pole position and he'll lead for the first 7 laps before Jeff Gorvette would take the lead from him, leading for the next 5 laps until lap 12, where Larry Smith would take the lead from him, leading for the next 4 laps before he's out because of Chick Hicks! Why? And Rusty Wheelhouse will take the lead after the restart. He'll stay in the lead for a full 9 laps before Bobby Carboni will take the lead from him on lap 26 and lead for the next 3 laps, where Ernie Gearson would take the lead from him, and leading until lap 36, where Clint Shiftright would take the lead from him, leading all the way to lap 39 for a total of 3 laps. But then Kyle Traxon will take the lead until lap 46, where Chick Hicks is 4th as of lap 46, where he crashes his rival Kyle Traxon, of course. Ernie Gearson, Clint Shiftright, Mike Yankee, Eugene Karbareski, WJ Lights, Ricky Slood, Ron Blaster, Andrew Axler, Jonathan Melter, and Johnny Blamer. Billy Oilchanger, Bill Racelot, Ruby Easy Oaks, Murray Clutchburn, Ken Schrader, Kevin Racing Tire are all down 1 lap, but Hall Ingus will lead for the first 2 laps after the restart. On lap 49, Krusty Roeder would take the lead and lead for the next 7 laps before he's out, alongside Kenny Shiftright and Joe Brakecheck because of Mark Burnsley. Why? And he'd lead to lap 61, where Dale Earnhardt would take the lead from him, leading for just 4 laps before the King would take the lead from him, leading for 10 laps before Sammy Smelter. Oh, he's actually down 1 lap. Same with Misty Motocross, Jeremy Carfield, and Paunchy Wipeout. But Rowley Boltstrike will take the lead from the King, and he would lead for 9 laps, lapping Michael Cartrip, putting him down 1 lap, and putting Murray Clutchburn down a 2nd lap. Chick Hicks would lead for the 11 laps after that, and he also crashed Chuck Armstrong, Mark Burnsley, Ruby Easy Oaks, Misty Motocross, Paunchy Wipeout, Billy Oilchanger, and Kevin Racing Tire. And since Misty Motocross was one of the cars that's out, Claude Scruggs had something to say about it. Mark Carton would take the lead after the restart and lead all the way to lap 115 before Rowley Boltstrike would take the lead from him, leading until lap 118, where Terry Carboni would take the lead from him, leading for the next 6 laps before he's out because of Chick Hicks! Why? After the restart, Jeff Gorvette will take the lead and he'd lead for the next 11 laps before Sterling Carlin would take the lead from him, leading to lap 144, where the King would once again take the lead, and he'd lead all the way to lap 160, where Jeff Gorvette would once again take the lead for just 7 laps before once again losing the lead to the King, who will lead all the way to lap 176 before losing it to Jeff Gorvette once more on lap 176 until on lap 185. Dale Earnhardt would take the lead and lead for the next 14 laps, and Murray Clutchburn would get back on lead lap, but then go down another lap because Rusty Wheelhouse took the lead and passed Murray Clutchburn. But Murray Clutchburn passed Rusty Wheelhouse, thus putting him back in the lead lap, where the King would take the lead, and he'd lead for 110 laps? How does any car lead for 110 laps? And Dale Earnhardt would be the one that stops the King from leading 111 laps. And on lap 327, Hall Ingus would take the lead, but only 3 laps later, Rowley Boltstrike would take the lead from him, leading for the next 19 laps before Jeff Gorvette would take the lead from him, leading to lap 355, where Rusty Wheelhouse would take the lead from him, leading until lap 358, where Hall Ingus would once again take the lead for 10 laps. But Dale Carrett would take the lead from him, leading until lap 370, but Mark Carton's out because of an engine failure. The King, being the King, took the lead and led to lap 390, where Chick Hicks would have to cause a crash, eliminating Murray Clutchburn and Bobby Carboni. Chick Hicks was booed though. Rusty Wheelhouse would take the lead for 11 laps and was booed by some cars. And also, Rowley Boltstrike would take the lead for a full 17 laps and no cars booed him. Jeff Gorvette would also take the lead. Sadly, some cars booed him though. But Hall Ingus would take the lead on lap 421, and he didn't really care if cars booed him when Sterling Carlin took the lead. But who did receive some boos was Sammy Smelter, who got on lead lap, but since he's so stinky, Dale Earnhardt sadly goes down 1 lap because Sammy Smelter farted. But Dale Earnhardt gets back on the lead lap, and then he wrecks Sammy Smelter, who is out. But no one really cared because no one liked either car. But Dale Earnhardt was still better though, because he won a lot of races and took a car wash. Hall Ingus would take the lead after this, and he'd lead to lap 447, where Rowley Boltstrike would once again take the lead from him, leading for 30 laps? How? But then the King would take the lead from him, leading to lap 485, where Dale Earnhardt would once again take the lead from him, and he'd lead to lap 488, where Jeff Gorvette would take the lead from him, and lead to lap 494, where the King would take the lead from him, leading for the next 2 laps, before Sterling Carlin passes him, and leads on the last lap to win the 1995 Florida 500. Sterling Carlin is the first car since Drive Parkerson to win back-to-back Florida 500s. And if you didn't think Chick Hicks sucked, look at all the cars that are neither a lap down or out!
Remember to press the notifications button, which goes ring, ring, ring after you press it. And lightning strikes back, and that's as if you subscribed, of course. And thank you for watching this entire video.
Sorry this video took so long to make, but since you saw -1 lap and out in the top 20, that meant that Chick Hicks had to have wrecked more than 20 cars. Or Kyle Traxton. But either way, Chick Hicks is a bad car. And hopefully the 1995 Piston Cup races 2 to 35 will be out soon enough.